Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Yeah, close the door. Close the door. Let's
Yeah.
close the door to every.
Adjective of
Close the door.
color, adjective of smell, adjective of taste.
Oh, so you have to remove the
Shapes.
camera from your face. All right. So adjective of color, adjective of taste, smell, and shape, right?
Yes,
So we're going to start today's class. We have a particular topic ahead of us, and something you should be familiar with. You're familiar with what an opposite, yes or no?
yes,
Okay, so in English, we call it antonyms, words that are opposite in meaning or nearly opposite.
yes.
So that is what
Me.
we're going to look at this morning. So I'm going to be sharing the screen with you now so that get going. So you now see the screen. Can you see it now?
Yeah, no, I'm still loading. I've seen it, yes.
Okay, very good. So today's date is 4th of August 2022, and topic we have is antonyms. Speaker days. Isaiah is trying to join now. So with what you can see here, antonyms are words that have contrasting meaning. Yeah, the words that have what? Contrasting meaning. Yes, contrasting meaning. There you say they have contrasting meaning or opposite meaning. Okay, so contrasting or opposite meaning. Let me find this. So let me draw a line there. So these are words with contrasting meaning or opposite meaning. Opposite meaning. Or you say like so much of English words, the word antonym is rooted in Greek language. It derived from English Greek language. And the Greek word anti, like antonym, anti means opposite. When you say antibacteria, that means what you use to stop bacteria. And onym means name. Onym means name. So if we say antonym means opposite name, opposite of what you've just said, and that makes sense. So when you are talking or when you are writing, you should use examples of antonyms to help you choose the most appropriate word every time you speak or write. So please put that down. Isaiah, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So that is not what I want to do there. So are we connected now? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, put down what's on the screen. I'm going to give us more details about antonyms now. I want to talk about types of antonyms.
Okay, so
Types of antonyms. So to the types of antonym, because the English language is wide and complex, we may disagree about which words actually have opposite meaning. However, there are many types of antonyms we have to look at. First example is complementary antonyms. Complementary antonyms. So let me bring that down. Complementary antonyms. So here, see, are you through with the note?
No, sir.
Okay, so for complementary antonyms, yeah, so I'm gonna move this up a bit so that. So for complementary antonyms, so these are antonyms that are exact opposites that have no middle ground. For example, off is always the opposite of on. There's no other possibility for its antonym. So examples include on, off, night, day, entrance, exit, exterior, interior, true, false, dead, alive, push, pull, pass, fail. So those are complementary antonyms. Put that down so we move on. So we're going to look at a few other examples of antonyms. We have relational antonyms here. Relational antonyms. Relational antonyms describe opposite words as they are related to each other. One word can exist without the other. For example, a doctor with no patience can be a doctor. A predator with no prey is not a predator. Let's have that down. So, who is that one? Charging phone and giving it. Okay, so relational antonyms. Example of relational antonyms. They are words that relate to each other. One word can exist without the other. For example, one word can't exist without the other. So, for example, a doctor with no patient can be a doctor, while a predator with no prey is not a predator. Before you call something a predator, there must be a prey that it preys over. So, here now, I have examples that include above, below, servant, master. So without a master, there cannot be servant, or without a servant, there can be master. Borrow, lend. If there must be borrowing, there must be lending. Give, receive. If there must be giving, there must be receiving, buy, sell, instruct, and so on. So one word can't exist without the other. So that is why they are relations. First word depends on the other, or the other way around. Now, examples. There are another examples here. Graded antonyms. Graded antonyms. Let's talk about graded antonyms here. So graded antonyms deals with level of comparison, and they can be two words on a scale. Many are relative terms which can be interpreted differently by different people. For example, sad and happy are relative antonyms because someone can be quite sad or quite happy, mildly sad or mildly happy. So examples will be given right away. Let's go over to graded antonyms. Graded antonyms deals with level of comparison. It can be two words on a scale. So many are relative terms which can be interpreted differently by different people based on what they're going through. So for example, sad and happy are relative because someone can be quite sad or very sad or so sad or extremely sad. And someone can be quite happy, mildly sad, mildly happy, and so on. So another example could be young. How young is young? You understand me? 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 18 year old, 16 year old, 30, and so on. Elderly, how elderly is an elder? 25, 70, 45, When 45 is standing close to the 95, say the 45 is younger. Hard, easy, happy, wishful, wise, foolish, fat, slim, warm, cool, early, late, fast, slow, dark, pale, and so on. So these are graded antonyms. So these are graded antonyms. Okay, so are you through with the note there?
No, sir.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. So we have a few more to look at for classes coming up. So sometimes we want to talk about prefixes now. For example, prefixes. When you have prefix, so sometimes you don't need to search for another word entirely. About antonym, it's possible to create an antonym by simply adding a prefix to the word. Typically, prefixes that mean not or without. We're going to look at examples of prefixes. So the first one under that example created with prefix is when you had dis, this. Like, let's see, I want to clean the first column there. So, then let's have this here. So examples of antonyms created with prefixes. Sometimes you don't need to search for another word, like in the ones we'll be using or we'll be seeing, it's entirely new words that we use to make the antonym, the opposite or the nearly opposite in meaning. But sometimes it's possible to create an antonym simply by, adding a prefix to the word. Typically prefixes that mean not or without. Example here we have this. Adding dis. So when you're adding dis, see. So what we are adding here is dis. Some examples created include, this mean away from something. Agree, disagree. Appear, disappear. Belief, disbelief. Honest, dishonest. And can I clean the second column now?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, the
No,
second
sir.
column, you're still right. Okay. More example under adding prefixes. There is another one here that says adding IN. Adding IN to a word to form the antonym. So let's see if this place is gonna work out for us here. Adding IN as the next thing. Yes. So here is it, adding IN. So adding the prefix in, meaning not, can make the following opposite. Tolerant, intolerant. Decent, indecent. Discreet, indiscreet. excusable, inexcusable. So, can you see that there? Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm clearing the second column now so that we can have more space for more explanation. The next one I'm to look at is adding MIS or miss. MIS means something that is wrong when you miss something, or like a mistake. So let's see what we have here. Oh, somebody is having background sound there, a noise. So the next one is adding mix in MIS. Adding mix. So, using the prefix miss, meaning wrong, creates antonyms such as behave, misbehave, interpret, misinterpret, lead, mislead, trust, mistrust. So is that taken?
Yes, sir.
And the next one that I'm going to look at is adding UN. You're adding UN to a word to form the antonym. Adding UN to a word from the antonym. So that is the example of antonyms made by adding UN to the word which prefix on and which means not, are likely, like unlikely, able, unable, fortunate, unfortunate, forgiving, unforgiving. So adding pen, adding horn, right? So I can hear background noise from one of you. So, and finally, before we round up for today, we're going to look at one more under that. That is adding NON, none. Adding NON to the word makes it, to make it an antonym, adding the word none. Okay, so saying that is not going to be there. Select. So I want to print this page as can put the final one there. Adding none. Somebody is having background noise there again. That must be Isaiah. So adding none to the word. So by adding the prefix none without or other than, you can make antonyms like entity, non-entity, conforming, non-conforming, payment, non-payment, sense, non-sense. So those are the antonyms that we look at today. Is that clear to both of you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so thank you very much for today. You are still writing the notes, yes or no?
Can you help me to send it?
Don't worry, I'm going
Me
to
too.
So, Eniola and Isaiah rounding up the class for today. So thank you very much for joining the class for today. So we're going to see, by the grace of God, on Monday, by the grace of God, for mathematics. So thank you for today. Do have a nice Halloween. So bye.
So,
Bye.